Oops, I forgot to launch roll 20.
Yeah, get in there.
Oh, shit.
Look,
Yeah,
it's
I
been a while
forgot
since we've consistently done that, so.
Yeah.
What login?
What the heck is kite sims?
Simile?
What?
What?
No,
Oh,
somebody's
I
name is Kite Smiley.
Simile.
Where do you see this?
And roll 20 when you
roll-
eventually get in
I'm
there.
a kite simile. I'm high as a kite.
Oh, kite simile. Is that how you spell simile? Am I fucking crazy?
I think so.
I don't see this anywhere. Am I? Oh, no, there it is. I see it now.
So that is how you spell simile. It is one of those words that I've always thought fucking looks wrong.
Yeah, I just default pronounce it as something fucking terrible.
Yeah,
Not
it
correct.
looks like Samile.
I can't what?
Mm-hmm.
Derpy says I can't spell or I can't smell. All right, so we're gonna do a quick summary recap from the beginning. Let's start back from the beginning, not of the adventure, but of your encounters here. So, holy shit, from the beginning. No. So where we'll start is your arrival into Motherhorn, the fortress that is the home of Endolin Moongrave, the third of the Sisters of the Hourglass Coven. As you have walked in here, you came through a cave system and arrived in the basement of the theater-based castle. Coming through the wall, you found yourself in an old kind of prop closet and encountered a nice little skeleton man who told you a little bit more about the castle. The prop manufacturing workshop was occupied by a bunch of goblins, as well as a diva actress, who you soon found out was the warlock who is with the League of Malevolence, the bad group of adventurers who helped the Hourglass Coven, imprison Zyblina, as well as the rest of Valor's Call. So, as you observe that area, you notice that there's an opportunity to get this woman outside onto what looks to be some sort of dock landing crane area. You do so, and in the scuffle and in the process, with some, attacks happening, things like that, a gust of wind blows her off the cliffside. She disappears, though. You free all the goblins, find out some more information, and ride an elevator upstairs. When you get upstairs, you find yourself in another prop room, or in a costume room, and then soon find yourself in a actor's makeup chamber, where you find that... Oh, nice, thank you. Gust of wind from Chuckle Squat, exactly. Gust of wind specifically from a kobold, yes. And where you find yourself in an actor's makeup room and dressing room area, and you find Hurley the Bugbear, who you recognize as the brother of Burley the Bugbear from the Witchlight Carnival. He tells you that he's been working for Endolin as a actor, trying his hardest to be more charismatic and be more loved. However, Endolin has kind of gotten some leverage on him by severing his shadow. You learn that shadowless folks are actually shunned in the Feywild. People don't like to interact with them. They are basically like bad luck, etc. So he is just basically miserable. You find some other actors who once again give you some more information, and they let you know that the twin of Gleam, the moon masked individual that you have found, their twin sibling Glister, is in the prison upstairs. However, you do learn that as far as the actors know, the only way inside that prison is through Endolin or through Stage Fright, who is the master of ceremony / the lead stagehand for the stages in general. You go off to explore more in the castle and find yourself in a giant library. Looking through there, you can see that the library is filled with black tomes that contain the stories of what seems to be dire predictions of individuals' deaths, and you realize that these are all the recordings and journals of Endolin, as she seems to be obsessed with the future, the end of life of people, and specifically around tragic ends of life. So that's a little bit strange. The session ended with you guys moving into what was this strange chamber where Zug heard some commotion happening. You found a Darkling Elder, one of the servants of Endolin, strapping a little goblin to a chair between two bronze orbs. They pull the lever, and suddenly the goblin screams out in pain as they are turned into a wooden mask, dropped to the ground. The Darkling Elder picks the mask up and hangs it up on the wall, where there are dozens more of these masks hanging up. You all bust in after making an illusion that makes it look like the hallway is not occupied, and grapple and imprison the Darkling Elder, questioning them. You can see that all they really care about is just turning people into masks. That's just their thing. You rescue Vig, the other goblin who is in the little cage, and free them. Vig is quite scared and is more or less terrified that what Endelyn is going to do to them now that you have freed them. As you try to hold the mask that was the goblin in that chair, Nutmeg decides to try something and casts Remove Curse upon the mask. The mask wobbles, cracks, and explodes as the goblin that was contained within the mask now appears back in normal form. As the session closed, 1, you all commented that now you have your kill closet, where you're going to keep all the corpses of your enemies and turn them into masks. And then 2, you hear a commotion outside in the main library as the footfalls of a woman in high heels echoes across the chamber, and you hear her complaining about some unwanted individuals in the castle who hurled her unceremoniously off a cliff. She's okay, but they need to find these individuals. The voice replies back with something unintelligible and unhearable, but she replies to that saying, I don't care if they are the guests of Endelyn. This is an intrusion. And then you hear the steps walking away. So, that is where we pick up tonight. With you all... Oh yeah, you're already on the map. So, with you all in the room with a newly... formed goblin? I don't know. It's another one of these guys. He just pops up. His name is not Vig, though. His name is something else.
That's a weird name.
Yeah, the other one's name is Vig. This is something else is his name for sure. Let me see. So this guy...
That absolutely sounds like something a goblin would name their kid.
Yeah, something else. We got one and we got, I don't know, something else. Let's see. Oh, this one's name is Binky.
Beautiful.
Binky and Vig absolutely sounds like a 1920s like mafioso duo.
It does. Binky and Vig. Binky blinks on the ground as you all look up and look around. Just what is it? What's going on? Holy crap! That was terrifying. I don't want to be a mask. Please help me. Please help me.
Oh, you're not a mask anymore.
We need to be quiet
Quiet. Okay. Quiet.
because we are still in the heart of the lion's den.
What's the maskifier guy still here? I can't remember.
Yes,
what we
he's
did with
tied
him.
up in the corner, bound and gagged.
But yeah, bound and gagged him.
Okay.
This is probably the kinkiest shit we've done so far.
I think
So
also
far.
you put him inside
For
one.
you.
I believe you actually put him inside
the
one of the
cage?
cages. Yeah.
Makes sense. Oh, and there's the other goblin still in the cage.
That one. Yeah, that one has been.
Or did we let him out?
Yeah, let
We
out.
let him out, and then we freed one of the masks, and we realized that we do not have enough remove curse spells to save all these masks right now.
But one of you
we can
wanted
come back
to.
later.
But one of you was thinking about trying something else.
Yes, which was I was gonna try another spell to see if it worked, which was wait, let me read this again.
So maybe we should just start with asking. Don't be a mask anymore, please.
Yeah, the masks behind you. One of them, Nutmeg, just kind of tilts on the wall a little bit, but stays there. Actually, Nutmeg, give me a perception check.
Crazy idea, by the way.
Oh fuck! Wait, I'm actually good at perception. I think.
Oh fuck! Dang it, I'm good at this.
High wisdom.
Nope.
Literally.
Hell yeah.
I have an idea that might work, but also might incinerate the room.
I like those odds.
So, through the passive perception of Rosin, and actually just you, Nutmeg, you all notice that the masks, the faces of the masks, out of the corner of your eye, you notice that they always seem to be looking at you guys, at the group. But then when you
Always
face
start-
them dead on, they look still, and you can't discern any sort of movement or anything like that on them. However, every other mask you can just kind of see as you almost jerk your head and look in that direction. There's just like a slight... You swear you just saw something move. Like the mask kind of forms back into its normal face.
I would like to. Zug is thinking about this, what he observed, and being a master shapeshifter himself,
Uh-huh.
does this look like it's some sort of like form change or shape shift, or something more like a pure transmutation magic, or
Give me
would
an
I
Arcana.
know?
Give me an Arcana check.
Okay. Make sure it's normal. Ooh, 20.
You know that this is no shape change. This is not some sort of druidic sort of magic. You know that stuff pretty well by this point. This is absolutely some sort of transmutation magic that has been placed upon these.
Damn, I was hoping that I could just cast Moonbeam and just ion cannon this room and have them all pop out, but I have a feeling I'm just going to burn all the masks if I do that. Because I think it says specifically in it for shape change or shape shift.
Yes, it would. It does. It usually does.
A shape changer. Yeah, so it's shape changer. Someone who already changed. Okay, yeah. But I will do one thing. Looking at the masks, is there any that looks that's like been here the longest time?
Oh yeah, give me a quick investigation check as you peruse the masks on the walls in here.
5.
Okay, cool. You look around and, I mean, you just pick one out that this one just looks like an old man face. Sure.
Cool. I'm going to cast a spell magic on it.
Okay.
Let's see if that does anything.
What is your dispel magic for you? What does your dispel magic look like?
Oh, it absolutely looks like the Magic the Gathering, like disenchant, like the green card. It's just like some green nature magic flowing from my claws into it.
Yep. So as you hold it up in your claws, the nature magic winding its way around this wooden mask, you suddenly start to feel the mask getting heavier in your hands. And then you look as the body of an old goblin, like an old withered goblin, starts to ephemerally appear behind the mask, and then suddenly the mask's eyes pop open, and you're holding in between your hands the head of an old decrepit goblin as his little feet are just kind of touching the ground.
It's been 30 years. Oh, I've been watching from the walls. Oh, thank you.
And then he hugs you.
No.
Oh, okay. Hug. You still got your sanity?
What's my sanity?
Yeah, you're good. What? Oh, I look between both of the goblins. What? Why did they mask you? Well, what'd you do? 30 years? What?
The goblin that you just unmasked, demasked, the old man goblin just looks up and goes,
Oh, I can't even remember. Oh, yeah. I was tasked, I was in charge of bringing Endelyn her tea, and one day the tea was not warm enough.
So you were given 30 years confinement?
It's a very reasonable thing for a British person to
Well,
say.
it was 30 years, and then you freed me. Usually it seems that it's indefinite.
Zug looks a little, like, definitely put off, like, disturbed by this, because this is like a egregious restriction on freedom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the
Like,
walls
this is
in
really
here,
bad.
it's like dozens of masks, and you can see them in the map art, right? Like every little bump on the wall there is a mask.
I think that we should slowly, we should take these masks with us as much as we can, and slowly start to freeze them.
Well, we can always come back.
Freeze them?
Free them.
Why
What
are
other?
we freezing them?
By the way, did we ask?
I am not saying that we are freezing them. We are freeing them.
I'm pretty sure we
freeze,
asked
okay.
the guard guy how to reverse it, and he didn't know, right?
Yeah, he said I just pulled a lever.
Right.
I'm just the lever guy. He's just the lever guy. He just
Yeah.
likes making masks. Binky and Vig, the two other goblins, look at you all and they say,
We don't need.
we gotta remember my goblin voices.
We don't need to, go back out there. If Endelyn finds us, then we're shit up. We're gonna just be put right back in here. Well, we promised to guard this stuff. It's fine. Like, we'll gather them up, gather our friends, and there's boxes over there. We'll put them in the boxes, and Well, when you come back, if you promise to come back, we'll have them ready for transport.
That's one idea. Are you guys good with, like, machinery and technology?
They both bust out laughing.
Oh, that's a serious question.
I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be racially insensitive.
No, it's not that at all. You see, that's the reason why we were gonna be turned into masks. We were operating the cranes behind the stage, and, we dropped a backdrop in the middle of the performance, and it ruined the show, and Endolin was so pissed off, she sent us here.
Could have dropped it on her.
She does. She always watches from her third-story balcony, where she has her omnithropter thingy. She's not close enough to be dropped on. No, she's not that stupid. Also, I almost made the mistake. I was already on thin ice because, man, I forgot to read the script notes, and I raised up that moon, and that was, oh no, that was a bad thing. That was really, really bad, especially because the play was called a Hot Day in the Summer, and, oh man, that was almost a disaster.
There's a moon on stage, you're saying?
Oh, no, there's a moon prop that we built.
Well, I mean, that's what I mean.
Oh, yeah, and,
I think we found it in the basement.
Yup, it's locked away, so nobody ever is gonna use it again. Endolin's orders.
Right. We prioritize busting out that moon. Unless we're still going with the drop and trow translation.
I believe that we are going with the rejoining the twins interpretation. No?
With the shadow.
Wasn't there anything about in the light of the full moon or whatever? And
Well, yes, but that is probably metaphorical and referring to the twins that represent the sun and the moon.
and why would she lock away the prop? I mean, I feel like
She locks away the prop because she does not know what the actual meaning of the prophecy is. So anything that is related to moons and suns, she locked away one of the twins because they were representative of the moon.
This is the Feywild, buddy. Anything can mean anything if you can make it mean it.
Yeah, it's kind of weird in here. Oh, wait, you're talking about the sun girl? She's upstairs. You just take the stairs outside the door. The jail's right there, but you might be shit out of luck because it's kind of hard to get in there.
I eyeballed the mask machine.
Mm-hmm.
If only maybe we had a way to hide us as inanimate objects, then could, dispel it later. That's an idea.
There is no way to do that.
Didn't we disguise ourselves in costumes when we came in here?
Yeah, you already are.
Yes,
I forgot about that.
I think
You're
I'm a
already
tree
all
right
gussied
now.
up. I have that noted down. So Zug's dressed up as the hero Hamoni Bariko. Kiwi is a lion. Nutmeg is a middle school tree. Velka is a reluctant clown. Voda is
the saddest fucking clown you've ever seen.
Yeah, the saddest clown you've ever seen. What did I write here? Why does it look like it's Voda is Mark Anthony? Why does that make something? No, that makes no sense. That's a fucking singer.
I'm thinking of Mark Anthony, the Roman.
Rosin is a gumshoe.
That fits.
What were you, Voda? Or something? I have it. My scribbles are terrible. I have to look back.
I actually did not take notes about the costumes.
Yeah.
I want to say, wasn't Voda like,
Mark Anthony.
Canon.
I feel like was like 1920s kind of.
Oh, it says more something. More aristocratic? No. More. It's more something.
Neon, do you remember what you looked like?
More Anthony.
More Anthony.
More Anthony, indeed.
I don't know.
Well,
We'll figure it out. All right. So
anyway,
you already
I was
are
returning
all
to the,
costumed up. You look like actors who would be around the around the theater, or at least like you look like you belong, more or less. You don't look like adventurers right now. Yeah, but Binky and Vig look around the room and say,
We can start, just we'll start grabbing the masks. If you guys have a way to reverse it, I mean, a lot of these were our friends, some of them even family. We would love for you to eventually help them out.
What happens if you put the mask on the chair and pull the lever?
Never tried it. You want to do it?
I don't know if I have
the mask into a more mask.
Okay, we have a subject we can test this on. I point over at the lever guy.
They turn into one mask, and if we just move one curse, it will do it for everything.
I'm already going to the cage.
The lever guy, the lever guy scoots to the back of the
guy.
cage.
What? We need a test subject.
We really don't.
But imagine if it works.
One of us could be the test subject.
Let's imagine if it doesn't.
Well, then he's double mask, and we move on with our lives.
You can see when you open the door, or when you approach the door, Zug, you can see even though this guy seemed to not really have any remorse about what he was doing when you were talking to him, and he's just like, oh yeah, I just like to pull the lever. You immediately look over and you can see his eye, in like fear in his eyes. Just kind of is, pushed back up against the back of the cage.
Zug's just not in the mood to even register that.
We are not like her.
Well, most of us aren't.
We shouldn't be.
How long
Well,
does
not to make this worse, but yeah.
Sorry, how long does the minor
One of the minor illusion just like heading up the stairs so that.
Well, the minor illusion was just to block the hallway, and then we closed the door after we came in, so it doesn't matter if it drops.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, it was to make it look like we were continuing on and not going to the side.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Binky and Vig just start walking around and gathering up the masks and they're saying,
Well, whatever you want to do, eventually, it's just good if let's get all these things down off the wall.
They start climbing on each other's shoulders to get the higher ones and start slowly bringing all the masks together, stacking them on top of each other and quietly under their breath.
Sorry. It's only for a moment. We'll get you all out of here soon.
Yeah, at this point I kind of just slump my shoulders. I'll turn away from the cage. Fine. We have other urgent things to deal with in the meantime.
Okay.
So, do you want to cause a tragedy? Looking back at the group.
That sounds like fun.
I have one idea. And I look directly at Voda. This one's hopefully acceptable.
Your track record speaks for itself.
It's very successful. So the what was her name? The warlock. Why?
Well, Charmaine is the one that they keep calling her that, but
name?
Yeah, it is actually Skyla.
So, I pushed Skyla off the edge. She's back. So, no harm, no foul. But she does not want to respect Endelin's wishes. And Endelin wants to observe a tragedy on stage. What if we bait her to the stage as we give a performance? And then, tragically, she dies in front of Endelin.
Get her to die of natural causes.
I'm natural.
Big natural Zug. All right.
It's certainly shocking, but it'd probably get us an audience, and then we figure it out from there.
No.
She's part of the League of Malevolence. She's earned it at this point.
And we did turn one member of the League of Malevolence around.
Right, but look, she's irredeemable. You heard her.
Well, we also haven't tried asking her.
That is true.
Okay, we can try that first on stage and see how it goes. But plan B is theatrical murder. I mean, vengeance. Justice!
Or we try to continue to keep a low profile.
And do what?
Do what we came here for? Search for the twin?
Well, we know where that is. Let's go there first. But we're gonna have to get to her at some point.
We need the rod still, yes?
Binky and Vig hear you talking about that, and they shrug and think,
Well, I don't know. We've been up there once or twice. It's kind of weird. We know that, like, the rod is what stage fright uses to get in, but the whole security system on it is kind of weird. You gotta see it for yourself. You seem ingenuitive. I bet you guys could find a way in that might be a little bit more creative than that.
Ah, I see. This is one of God's little tests.
Who's God?
His tests are little.
Yeah, I believe
go back
that
to
the god goes by the name DM.
Ah, I know that one. He's cool.
Yeah, me too. I think God's playing badminton tonight. Anyways.
I'm actually going back to notes real quick. We had a few or 4 things specifically. I forgot. I also have that thread that we could possibly use as some sort of bartering tool or in as well.
mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, your goals, your primary goal, like the overall goal to be in here is to find Glister, the twin, and reunite them with Glimmer or with Gleam, and that would satisfy Amador, the Flower Knight, the Dandelion Knight, who then would be able to lead you to the Palace of Heart's Desire, which is in the end your final destination. However, there are a few of you that still have that heartstring tug of the thing that was stolen and lost from you somewhere in here. And you know from previous interactions with the Hourglass Coven that is usually meaning, well, you got to strike a deal with them somehow.
Yeah.
So
I still...
Yes, or steal it like you did with the Scabatha. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well, what if we solve mission A first, and then we go to mission B? I still vote for the Skyla murder because it'd be funny.
Yes, ha 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 ha.
Murder is funny.
In a
In fact,
metaphysical sort of way.
many ancient cultures always had, stagecraft crafted into both sad things and funny things, and sad funny things. It makes sense.
See?
Yeah, that's a fun fact. Teach
Thank you.
in
That
art
was very
college.
fun. Nice. I should go to art college someday.
Very nonplussed.
All right, let's go upstairs and see what this thing is and use our brains and solve the puzzle. Whee, let's go!
And I just I run face first into the door, back up, open it.
Yeah, good job.
Actually, I'll peek outside first before sprinting. But
Nonplussed, or its antonym nonplussed.
Yeah.
Like inflammable.
As you get to the door, Zug, you hear like a magical announcement over the loudspeaker as you hear the voice of that goblin, who you assume is the goblin stagehand, announcing,
Hello? The Lich King's Revel will be performed in 10 minutes. I repeat, the Lich King's Revel will be performed in 10 minutes. Don't want to miss it.
I look over my shoulder.
Ooh, that's probably a good time for us.
Yeah,
Oh god.
I do want to go see a play.
Well, I was assuming we use that as the cover to, everyone else is watching the play, so we can go to the jail and figure things out.
yeah, as you're at the door, Zug, and if you have it like cracked or anything, you hear the sound of chairs kind of chairs moving and and people getting up and people walking away or things walking away from that main atrium room.
All right, I think this is our time.
I look around. We saw the stairs out here, right? I remember
did.
there's
So
a hallway.
as the door opens up, you see the stairs are like right around the corner.
All right,
I look back to the goblins.
you keep them safe.
Yeah, we
We'll
got it.
figure out.
We got it.
All right, let's go.
Look over the shoulder.
Poke some holes in the box.
Sure.
I'm gonna scamper on all fours and head up these stairs.
Okay. Very good. So I'll move you all up to the upstairs area where this arrives. So I'm gonna grab the Zug, bring him back, do a nice transportation, magical but not transportation.
I got yoinked.
You got
Overbanding.
Okay, yeah. So as you walk up this spiral staircase and you find yourself on the first landing, the first thing you hear, that is Derpy's fault. He's now in a wall somewhere.
She pulled a kiwi.
No.
Excuse me, that's called pulling up Horkins. I do it. I'm way more than just kiwi.
Yeah. So the first thing that you guys hear as you come up the stairway is a loud crackling and mechanical sound. And as you emerge upon the landing, the first thing you see as you turn is a massive room. In the center of this room, you see a gigantic cylindrical chamber housing a whirring contraption bolted to a revolving metal disc that serves as its base. Metal spheres and sickles are attached to the ends of long metal arms that sweep back and forth, clicking loudly and rhythmically like the hands of a giant metronome. The apparatus is inlaid with characters from strange alphabets that you don't recognize, and the smoky wisps of these shapes of the letters rise from the contraption as it revolves. The whole device hums and crackles with lightning. Rising from the middle of the mechanism is an 80-foot tall copper pole made of 8 10-foot long lightning rods attached end to end. It extends upward past a ring-shaped gallery that forms the chamber's upper level, so the next level up, through a hole in the 50-foot high dome ceiling. As you enter, or as you look, you see 3 goblins wearing overalls and tinted sunglass goggles, using brooms to sweep the floor, seemingly untroubled by the god-awful noise that is echoing in this chamber. As you look around the chamber, you almost immediately notice a dark shape moving along that gallery above. And for the first time, all six of you look up and see Endlin Moongrave walking along the upper level. Walking basically from, like, you see her basically walking, like, along the north side of this upper gallery level, and then she disappears somewhere to the east side, not even looking down. And as you do that, you hear, like, a door open and close, and then you hear the announcement.
The Lich King's revel is now starting in 1 minute. Please take your seats. Popcorn will be served at intermission.
Okay. So it was trying to get this visualized. There were multiple levels of walkways, or just one?
There's one higher that you can see. So imagine this is like, there's this big room. You guys can all see this big ass.
So the theater's in like this direction then, right?
The theater is to the east. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So jail's either north or south from here.
Yeah. So you and I'm trying to find the. Let me see if I can find this really cool. Damn, dude, where is the art for this? It is wild looking. Otherhorn. I already showed you that one. Shit. I don't know. This is I'll find it eventually. It is the Orrery of Tragedy. What this thing is. You've heard this thing described. This seems to be the device that Endlin uses to foresee the tragic end of individuals in the future.
Oh.
I love orreries. It's a good word.
And the Blind Forest.
Will of the Wisps.
All right, here you go.
Is there? Let's say. Oh, cool.
Dark Crystal Man.
Okay. This looks different from. I see how it looks more like a. Fuck. What's the name of this thing?
Planetarium.
Probably an orrery, but whatever.
It is an orrery.
Yeah. Oh, I know. This reminds me of Skyrim. There's a. there was one of these in Skyrim.
Yep.
In the main quest line.
I wonder what this orrery could be called.
Oral.
So it looks like we can probably scoot around the outside of it still. That's not fully engulfing the
Correct.
ground floor.
You actually see the dotted line. That is, well, everything is like above, like flying above.
Yeah,
There is
okay,
room
so
to walk
dotted line
around.
is
There is an
that.
area that seems to be a little bit more dangerous, more towards the center. However, where you are standing right now, turn around and you see what looks to be two little goblin-sized armor. Two little rusty suits of armor sized for goblins and equipped with halberds about 3 feet tall, flank a large stone door that is bereft of handles, hinges, or any sort of decoration. Right there.
Behind us.
Yeah, there's the that little goblin is there. That's the sweeper guy. It's just the janitors.
That's a door there too. Okay,
Yeah, it's just the janitors.
I guess we probably need to go through those doors with the little suits of armor.
The suits of armor. Look at the party. Oh, I found it. Here we go. The suits of armor just kind of regard the party. They're standing still, motionless.
I'm pretty sure if we try to open that, bad things will happen. But wait.
Oh God, this. God, don't tell me this would be what I think it is.
Okay, Rosin, you're approaching the
We'll
doors.
find out.
Okay, Rosin, give me a quick investigation check as you look at the suits of armor. Okay, as you look closely, bending, or you don't even have to bend over, you're small. So you look closely, and you can see that through the visor of the helmet, you can see what looks to be a goblin-sized skull.
Ooh.
Rosin pokes the helmet, and the helmet teeters off the top of the head, and lands on the ground with a clank as the skull rolls out.
Fool of a Duke!
As you do that, Rosin, a sudden burst of light appears. And on the door, you see a large skeletal face appear. Gaunt visage of some decrepit-looking old hag. And it opens its mouth and says, "You shall not pass! Back, I command you!" And you notice that the mouth, as it opens up, you all see through it to a room beyond.
May we please pass?
As the mouth opens up, it forms what almost looks to be like a 1 foot high, 3 foot wide hole through the door.
I have Jacques jump through the mouth.
You watch as the ink dragon shoots across the floor and makes its way into the room. Inside, are you gonna look through Jacques' vision?
Yeah.
Okay. As you look through Jacques' vision, you can see that the room is the jail cell.
Oh. I will pull back from Jacques and well, here's the room that we're looking for.
The face on the door clamps its pursed and thin lips shut and just stares at you all in the hallway. Okay, Rosin asks, why can't we pass?
Because you're not Endolin, and you don't have the scepter.
And once again, as this face is talking, you continuously notice the room beyond it appearing, disappearing as the mouth opens and closes.
No, you're right. We are not. We are here to inspect your
wisdom
teeth. Your teeth. Yes, we're dentists. We're door dentists.
We're outdoor dentists. Yes.
Can you say I'll take a look.
Give me a.
God damn it.
Okay,
So
and Rosin mentions that you're
minor-
esteemed guests. I like that. Give-
Minor illusion dentist tools.
oh
Got
my
a 95
God.
mask on over my snoot. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, Rosin takes out her thieves' tools. They also double as dental tools. Give me a persuasion. Give me a persuasion. Give me a persuasion check at advantage, Zug.
Advantage. All right, let's do this. Come on. Where is it? Why can't I read?
For the double
Nice!
Natural 19, let's go.
Holy shit.
The face on the door, the decrepit face of this illusionary face of Endolin, squints for a brief moment.
Dentists and guests of Endolin. Well, my back incisor has been hurting recently. Or maybe it was a wisdom tooth. I'm not sure.
That is why she sent us.
The mouth opens up to a full size, and it's almost carnival House of Horrors level entrance scary,
yeah.
as the mouth opens up to reveal an 8-foot high, 3-foot wide archway.
Great. Now, if you don't mind, can you close your eyes and do my best work when I'm not being watched?
And then
All right, I'll do it, guys. You guys go through. I'll keep this going. All right, I'm gonna work on your wisdom tooth.
This is also ask me about how your day is going.
The as the mouth is opening up, and as the others are starting to approach, the mouth closes.
Nobody said anything about going in. You just have to give me my dental exam.
They have to do it from the inside because you're a door, and doors have two sides.
And you said it was your incisor. We have to go incise you.
Trust us, we're professionals. It won't take but a minute.
There's another look of thought across this illusionary face, and once again, the mouth opens wide, 8-foot high, 3-foot wide archway.
What is it with doors in D&D and them being the stupidest fucking things? God.
I pull out.
Most impenetrable.
Yeah. Or when they are penetrated, it's something like this. Nobody just fucking opens a door in D&D.
So as you,
Yeah.
Zug, as you walk forward, your foot hits against the helmet that fell from one of the armor pieces, and you look over, and the other piece of goblin armor is now also toppled over, and both halberds have fallen upon the floor.
Well, I was going to use my own spear, but all right, just hold it open. I see it. Oh yes, look at that cavity. Okay, just hold up, and then I'll scoop up the halberds. I'm like, all right, you're gonna feel a little bit of a poke.
What?
It might hurt just a little bit. A little pressure. Just a little pressure. Yeah, just hold it open. And then I'm gonna wedge the halberd in to try to keep it open. Yeah. No, you're doing great. You're doing great.
You watch as the face starts to panic and then tries to close its mouth. It can't close its mouth. There's a halberd in its mouth now.
It's normal for there to be a little bleeding.
You have not been flossing, clearly.
All of this is happening. I'm just gonna walk through the damn thing.
Yeah. No, if you try, you're gonna make it take longer if you keep fighting me.
You watch as the face on the door suddenly just gets dejected and
all right, let me work on this.
and now is looking at you, glowering. It absolutely knows that it got. And now is sitting there, just a face with no hands, with a halberd wedged into its mouth.
Yeah. Kind of sucks, doesn't it? All right, thanks. Bye. I'll walk.
Yeah, you all walk through the door.
Does it gag when we reach where its throat would be?
I did to say,
I look for a uvula and tickle.
This is definitely a first to
The chandelier in the room.
to bamboozle a door as dentists. That's certainly a first.
Yeah.
I can almost guarantee it won't be the last.
Yeah, that's so funny.
I would not necessarily write it off just yet.
Yeah. Got
So-
a new career ahead of me.
Inside this prison, you see 4 cells sealed by stone doors branching that branch off from the walls of this empty chamber. The center chamber is quite empty. Stone levers jut from the walls next to the doorways, and there is each stone door has a small window through which you could probably see what's inside.
All right, we should check it. Oh,
3 of the cells are actually just open.
Yeah.
So, 1, 2, and 3 are just opened up. Nothing inside. There's some beds, a table, a small what's the chamber pot. That's about it.
we should probably check that last door then.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. Looking through that door, you can see an elf. Her face partially hidden under a sun mask. Curled up on a divan. Reading a book while sipping wine from a thin crystal goblet. You see some other items in the cell, including a crystal decanter of wine and a bowl of figs on a small table. There's also a gold embroidered wall tapestry depicting a wooded elven realm, and a porcelain chamber pot decorated with gold filigree.
Oh man.
You watch as the elf sits there and takes a sip of the wine in the glass, and slowly, casually flips the page of the book that they are reading.
For a prisoner, you seem to have been well made out. I'm just kind of like leaning against the grate in the door.
Hello, is somebody there? Oh,
Many somebodies.
Oh, one moment. This is... Where's my bookmark?
They put a bookmark in the book. Lightly put the book down on the bed. Finish the wine in the glass. You hear the clink of the crystal as it is set down on the nice little table next to the bed. Sound of stretching as they get up.
So who is visiting me at this odd time? I don't get many visitors here at my cell, aside from Her Eminence every once in a while, but that's just to bring more wine and food.
We're dentists.
Dentists?
Traveling house call dentist. That's right.
Door dentists!
I've not had any need for any sort of dental work, but
Well, to be fair, specifically, we're dentists for doors.
Yeah.
We're also.
I point a thumb over my shoulder at the door that's now still open with the halberd.
The elf takes a peek through the grate in the door. Eyes go wide.
Indeed. You seem to found a way in here. Sorry. Introductions. My name is Glister, and I'm happy to meet you.
Voda is just kind of bouncing on her feet, just like excited to meet the other twin.
If I am not in need of any sort of dental work, and I am not a door, would you mind telling me why you have broken into the jail?
Do you want to talk about it outside?
Oh, yes, of course.
We're in the business of reuniting families.
All dentists.
And dentists, indeed. Wait, family. Oh,
There's a brief moment of a glimmer of hope in her eye.
she just pull the lever next to the door. I'll be out in a jiffy.
Voda wastes no time.
With a creak and the sound of mechanisms working, the door swings open, and the elf, she walks out. She stretches and looks around, blinks once or twice.
This is not a trick, is it?
You're not working. This isn't a test from her, is it? She starts to look a little bit panicked.
I'm shaking my head.
Would prove that.
Yeah.
No, we don't like any of the.
Oh, fuck. Why did I blank on the Coven name?
Hourglass Coven.
Hourglass, yeah.
We don't like any of the Hourglass Coven. They've wronged us. We seek to right other wrongs. And yours happens to be one of them.
That is good.
Voda is like standing way too close and bouncing on me.
Hi. She looks to you, Voda, and then she looks to Velka, and she's Twin recognizes twin.
This is real.
Yep. I was urged by Endolin to, be a good, quiet house guest. I've been comfortable in this cell for quite some time, but she mentioned that for the sake of Glister, or for the sake of Gleam, I had to be good. One moment, did Gleam send you?
That was a request of sorts.
That is very, very noble of them. How are they doing?
They found a flower and a bee. They have a very carnal relationship. It's very weird.
I would not put it past. There's a brief moment of recognition as Glister's eyes fall upon Voda and Kiwi. Your aura.
Mm-hmm.
The wings.
Mm-hmm.
Witchlight Monarchs. You're from the Witchlight Carnival.
Mm-hmm.
That is where Gleam and I performed before we were unceremoniously taken here. I can't believe it. Mr. Witch and Mr. Light sent you?
Effectively.
Yeah, kind of.
They sent us to right many wrongs.
This goes beyond just rescuing me. If they sent you, this must mean that they're finally doing something about this damn coven.
Yeah!
To be fair, they are less doing some things about it, and we are more doing something
dentists.
about it.
She winks at that.
They are dentists.
You're here to remove rotten teeth.
Indeed.
Yeah, the molar's gotta go.
Rotten teeth with rotten teeth.
I think at this point, the rotten is an understatement.
Oh god, it's just
There's
look
an
at that.
infection.
It's horrible.
Blister pauses for a moment. I am very happy that two Witchlight Monarchs are here. It's an honor, and well, knowing what it meant to become the Witchlight Monarch at the carnival, I am very happy that you made everybody's night there even better. And she looks distant for a brief moment. Gleam knows that you found me. They can sense my emotions, and when I'm happy, they become happy. So I think they understand that you have accomplished what you were sent here to do. Unless there's other things that you've been sent here to do besides me. It can't just be to rescue one lone elf.
To be fair, I do have
some self-value. It could absolutely be that. It's not, but it could have been.
Oh.
Yeah, don't undervalue yourself.
Yeah, to be fair, I do have some things that was taken from me that I am looking for.
Endolin does do that. He steals away people and steals away, well, stuff.
And if we could stick it to her in some sort of glorious showdown, then we wouldn't do that too. Or, I mean, I do.
Well, as far as I know, Endolin seems to keep most of her prized possessions in her room on the floor above. She sleeps there, primarily, but there will be times when she is not there. Obviously, when the plays are...
a performance
when there's a performance, or when she is occupied with reading her orrery for all the tragedies that are going to occur to all the people that she hates. However, when she is reading the orrery, she is nearby her room.
Well,
it
he
seems like
do believes that there is a play going on right now. So
yeah, no time like the present.
That we need to go quick. We don't know how long the play is.
Right,
Excellent.
but also, are you gonna join us and
I
get out of
can-
here? Or?
Yes, I can be
you
very
want to- yeah.
sneaky. Even though I do have a sun face or a sun mask, I do have my ways of staying hidden.
Okay, cool. How do we get up there?
is it crouching?
If you want to go and get... yeah, it is just crouching. She just crouches in the background and nobody notices her. Yeah, to get up to the next floor, it's as simple as just going up the staircase one more time. The staircase is the central access point for most of the floors here. But before we leave, quickly, I did overhear some goblins talking about a belfry in one of the turrets that is on the 3rd floor.
Oh yeah.
She said that Endlin apparently boarded up the belfry to prevent others from ringing some sort of bell. Apparently, from what I've heard, is the safest and fastest way to reach the Palace of Heart's Desire.
Oh.
Also,
Yeah, I have the note here. It just says there's a board of belfry, and the key is hidden under a cushion of a throne.
the key, indeed. And the last time Endlin was here, she was arguing with one of her lackeys about a key that was stolen from her, and her minions have been searching for it, but they don't know where it is.
Huh.
Oh.
Do we have? Wait, that also rings a bell. Oh, too many notes to look at.
Well, anyways, if we seem to have another way to get to Heart's Desire, which is sort of part of the reason we're getting you out here. So we probably don't need to worry about that too much. But it would be good to pilfer her room, get our missing things back, and I don't know, maybe cause a little bit of ruckus or something.
That's excellent. And if, as you said, you do want to, well, have a bit of a kerfuffle or end up ever confronting Endlin, well, she actually can be destroyed for good, but only during an eclipse. This is not a legend. It is actually true. If you decide to fight and combat her without an eclipse happening, she will turn to dust and revive the next day.
Does it need to be literal?
No, but I I create one. I know
Do you
that
understand?
there's a prop in storage that I heard of.
This whole time, one of us
The
just
prop in
dropped
the
travel.
storage!
Oh.
It was Chekhov's moon the whole time.
And if
Why is that right?
I
King on
stand behind that moon,
Uh-huh.
well, the moon would be eclipsing the sun, right?
Is that this true?
If you have this happen when Endlin is present, she will know her doom is at hand.
That sounds hilarious. We should do it.
Voda glares at Zug.
What? It
I
would be
still
funny.
just need to know. If one of us dropped trout and did the same plan. Would that still work? I need to know.
You know what? We could try. We could try both at the same time, but I gotta say,
Yes!
if I'm not
Let's do both.
comfortable standing behind you when you are doing that,
You would technically be in front of me,
That is true.
I think.
No, the moon blocks the sun. So wait, what if I hold you over my head in front of your face?
You know, I think we should just use the prop.
Yeah, probably. But let's do both. It would be funny.
You can
And also-
also moon Endlin if you wish.
Yeah.
I wasn't waiting for your commission.
Look,
How's about we don't murder people?
It's not murder. It's justice.
it's
She told us it was going to happen like this. Now it's fate.
Okay, I kind of dropped the happy-go-lucky demeanor, look straight at Voda.
Boda, you saw what happened in that room with the masks. You've seen how the tyranny. If we leave this, more people get hurt. This is where we can make a difference.
Bring Zemplina back.
We could do that too. But for someone who's spent that much time, who's imprisoned a poor goblin for 30 years of insanity. Can you imagine? You're facing a wall. You can't hit your nose. You can't move. For 30 years. That is beyond cruel. And that makes me angry.
see merits to both sides. I do think that when we make it to the Palace of Heart's Desire, I do not think that the Coven is going to let us so easily bring Zyglina back.
If your
So
goal,
you're saying if we remove one of them, we have one fewer to worry about when we get there.
I do not think they are going to give us a choice in the end, Vota.
Yeah.
Glister looks and says, "If you're not interested in dealing with Endolin right now, that's understandable. Well, this is her home. She knows the ins and outs of it. If your goal is actually to get to the Palace of Heart's Desire, that is admirable, and I would agree with the small lizard man with a skull on his face. I don't think, I think that, well, and the other twin, I think that confrontation will eventually be inevitable. I don't think the Hourglass Coven is going to willingly give up their control over Prismeer, if that is indeed what is sounding to be your goal."
So, let's take it to a vote then. No matter what, I do believe there's going to be a confrontation between us and the sisters.
I know you don't like it, Voda, but it is inevitable. And if we can give ourselves any advantage, we should take it. And just to temper that blow, think of the injustice we are righting.
And also, Zoe, there is something to be said about perhaps we will be more prepared if we do not confront them now.
The best way to, well, get her in front of this would be possibly to stage it as a play. Would that make sense?
Yes! Yes! And this is how we can bring Skyla into it again!
Skyla, we still could possibly redeem.
I don't know who that is, but also
Member
it
of
looks
the
like the
League of
door is
Malevolence.
getting a little bit grumpy. You look behind you, Zug, and the halberd is starting to bend as you see the angry face outside just going like flexing their jaw muscles trying to break the halberd.
We should I'm actually gonna
is
run
being
over.
hard to fill.
I'm actually gonna run over, grab the second halberd, and stick it right next to the first.
There's a loud sound of frustration as the door
Oh!
and
Dan, you're lucky
dejection.
this isn't a root canal! Just deal with it!
Can we talk about the real throat goat being able to take all of us at the same time?
There's the eyes roll on the door.
I really doubt that this is the first time that she's had this many people inside her.
Doesn't make it any less impressive.
Well, maybe not going by that. But regardless, Voda, think it over. We can think and make our decision later, but we must get upstairs first while this play's going on. We have a time limit on that. At least.
Let's go. We can discuss what we're doing next once we are up there.
So
Because we're going to give a performance.
yeah.
So we have to at least wait for this one to finish.
Rosin asks if they can do anything for the actual tooth. You look, there's no teeth on this thing. It's an illusionary face.
It's just one of those fucking
they did say that,
of, like,
but they don't have
stupid-
teeth.
Yeah, it's the one of those advertisements that's like stupid idiot forgets she doesn't have teeth.
Yeah.
As we leave back through the door, I'm gonna minor illusion a large tooth and hold it up. We found the problem.
The door looks down at you and holding that in your hand, just. Oh.
This is why we needed to get deep.
Are we all out now? I'll pull the halberds loose if we're all out.
Mhm.
Yep.
So yoink them out.
You yoink the halberds out, the mouth closes, and the face adjusts its jaw. The gaunt face adjusts its jaw. Thank you for that. Oh, my mouth, it feels numb. What did you do? Oh,
Lidocaine! Now, if you're ready, I can schedule you for 6 months. Tuesday work?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll write you down. We'll get you 6 months.
Does
so
Tuesday
now you will
in,
wear-
in the middle of your usual workday work for you?
Yeah, that's fine. Oh, my mouth
I got
hurts.
10 a.m. and I got 2:15 p.m. That's it.
Okay.
All right, the numbing will wear off in a couple hours. Don't eat until it wears off, and make sure to floss.
All right.
Okay, bye.
Also, you might want to use mouthwash after taking so many people inside you.
I push Velka down the stairs.
All right.
My neck snaps and I'm dead.
You walk your way up the stairwell. You walk your way up the stairwell to the next floor, and arrive on another landing. I'm just going to give a quick description of this because it is a narrow little space. Actually, how you're going to fit up there. So, as you arrive on the upper landing, you see the ringed gallery that was that you saw Endolin earlier walking and curving on. The stone railing that encloses this ring-shaped balcony has balusters, and they're all shaped like hourglasses. You can hear the sound of a play echoing from beyond to the east, where you can see down a long hallway. It seems that there is a split, and the sound of the play is kind of like echoing through one of the doors, which is slightly agape. What play is currently? I said, oh, you hear the sound of what seems to be an individual who is planning a party, and he's talking very, very eloquently and very loudly about which one of his sons is going to rule his kingdom once he passes.
Martha's Anatol.
Yeah, I'm hearing the music from the walk to King Daenerys. My son. One day you will rule this kingdom.
Oh, King.
All right, I'm gonna be moving you to. Where should I move you all to? I'm gonna move half the party at a time. Oh my god, I just fucking stretched you all out. Holy shit, that sounds bad. All right, so we got Velka there. I'm gonna have Glister be off on the side. They're with you, but I'm not gonna make them, be with you. Okay.
Together, but not like together.
Yeah, Voda, they're off the edge. Okay, no.
Yeah, Rosen and Nutmeg just fucking yeeted Voda off the edge.
Alright, so you find yourselves looking over this balcony, and below you hear the whirring and clanking of the orrery spinning and spinning and spinning. The lightning rod arcs up through the center of this viewing balcony, and you can see the floating, almost like indiscernible letters making their way up through the balcony's opening. And on the other side, you do see what seems to be a lovely door.
Ew. That door is rather lovely.
It is.
So
as you turn and look to it, Rosin, your passive perception, you see that on the door there is a glyph that is etched into the door. There is a glyph on the door. You can give me an investigation check if you would like. Okay, go ahead. Investigation, please. Jesus Christ.
Oh boy.
So, Rosin.
Jason Bourne.
It's Jason. It's Investigator Bourne. As your companions run laps around the balcony, you lean in closely, knowing that this is some sort of seeing the glyph on the door, and you realize it is a glyph that would absolutely trigger some sort of magical trap. However, there is you do notice that this glyph is etched into the doorknob of the door. Could somebody give me or Rosin, would you be explaining, telling people about it? Okay. If anybody's curious, you could give, anybody can give me an Arcana check.
I am a scholar of the Arcanines. No, I'm not.
Jazz Turtle.
I'm too bit.
Everybody's like, what is this? Everybody's crowding. I just love the imagery of you all crowding around this door handle. And it's like, what is it? And then Kiwi, you look through and you recognize it immediately. It's a glyph that is specifically a push function of Bigby's hand.
Yeah, I saw this. We did a prank on the nerd in our floor.
At Bard College.
At Bard College.
Oh, and you remember correctly that it ended terribly, Kiwi, because it was a prank where the hand not only pushed that individual back, but it knocked them off their balcony and into the atrium below.
Oh shit!
And you all
Jason gone
look to
wrong.
Kiwi.
Just a break.
You look to Kiwi. Look to the door. Look at what's behind it.
Yeah, this would get us off the cliff. Well, balcony. Whatever you want to call it. What is a balcony if not a man-made cliff?
A balcony. This isn't
It
the
does.
name.
However,
Yeah, it's a balcony. It's not a man-made cliff. It's a balcony. It's in the name.
Kiwi, with your bard studies, something you do remember about this thing, this glyph, usually glyphs like this are magically placed upon the door and actually are quite often just invisible. This one's odd that it was carved into the door. So somebody with maybe some skill could alter the glyph.
Someone with very dexterous hands or tools.
Okay.
I don't have wood carving tools, but I do have smith's tools.
Yeah, just a fucking hammer.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
Miss
I
Change
imagine
Kitchen.
part of smith's tools is would be like etching
Chisel.
into metal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to attempt it, Velka?
Sure.
All right.
I will.
Velka, you walking up to the
I've
door.
never done this before, but I know how to do it.
Okay, give
Okay.
me a dexterity, either a sleight of hand or just a straight dex check, whichever one.
All right.
Rosin would like somebody to hold his ankle so that if he gets blasted by that.
I'm standing behind him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, nice with the crit. So
Incredible.
Velka
Do I
winds.
choose?
Velka, I mean, how do you can explain how you do this? How are you altering the glyph on this doorknob?
I'm looking at what it would be close to, and I'm trying to think. If I do, Bigby's hand is 5th level.
I don't know.
Bigby's hand is 5th level. So I'm gonna find a 5th level spell. And
Fireball upcast.
Upcast fireball, yeah. Oh, there's got to be something fun we can do here. Let's see. I'm going to
Cloud kill.
do cloud kill. Yes.
Well, the other thing too is like, what spells do you have access to? How about that?
I don't have anything
Level.
that high, that's for sure.
Oh, it doesn't matter. You're basically, you can, with that, you could alter it to whatever one you have.
Yeah, I was figuring that it would rune-wise would probably be similar to a 5th level, which is what I was
with
thinking,
anything
so.
but a crit, I would say you just deface the rune, the carved rune on it, so that it just becomes non-functional. But for you, with that, you are actually skilled enough with that smith's hammer that you're able to reshape it to be something functional.
Have it be far step and then teleport you to the other side of the door.
And it's a power word kill.
And somehow it only targets a guy down in
I
Troll.
actually have an idea.
Okay.
I want to change it to Gaius.
Okay.
Oh, interesting.
You have that?
No, but it's a 5th level.
Okay, I'd like you to roll a Arcana check for me.
The
for
gayest?
Yep. I figured there'd be a roll involved. Arcana.
Just crit it again.
Fail.
Almost.
Close.
Very good. Okay. Okay. Cool. All right. So, as you change that knob, or as you change it, you now know that that's what's there, and I would say, because you cast it, it will not go into effect on you.
I will open the door.
How do you spell Gaius? Like G-A-E-S, right?
G-E-A-S. G-E-A-S.
Yes.
So essentially, at 5th level, it will last for 30 days.
Oh.
And if it will mean that she will take psychic damage if she ignores my orders.
Okay.
If she opens her own door.
And if it takes effect and other things. But yes,
you
have now officially changed it. With that, though, with that swift hit, the door creaks open.
Yeah.
As you see into the room beyond. It opens up. You are all treated to quite the sight.
Oh, buddy.
The sound of falling sand is the first thing that you all hear. And then also the sound of creaking wood. As you all look up, scores of wooden marionettes hang from the ceiling of this oddly shaped room. The floor is strewn with old play scripts. Near the entrance are 2 alcoves, one containing a bare table, the other holding a chest with tiny clawed feet.
Just leave.
Sorry.
Deeper in the room, you see there's a wicker basket surrounded with a little pad and a pillow in it, surrounded by miniature toy birds. The sound
How big?
Seems to be.
How big is the?
How big?
Oh, sorry. Yeah. You said it was surrounded by miniature toy birds. Is it a tiny pad?
Yeah. Looks like it'd be. It's like that big. It's that little thing.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's very creepy. Holy shit.
Scores of hourglasses are fixed to the walls.
That's what it is.
Whenever the sand of an hourglass runs out, the mechanism that attaches the hourglass to the wall causes it to flip over. The steady hiss of all those falling grains of sand can be heard throughout the room. At the far end of the room, the last piece of furniture in here, you don't see any beds, you don't see any other tables, chairs, benches, couches. You just see a large glass-doored wardrobe with a jade eye embedded on its cornice. Standing on the far side of the room in a wide alcove.
Frantically Googling cornice.
And here's a lovely art handout of what this.
Oh, I'm ready for this.
Oh, I hate it.
Oh, there's so many.
Hate it.
Oh, and I see. So they're all like kind of scattered along the walls, like grandma style. Oh shit.
I hate it.
I see the eye. Okay, there's the eye. Yeah, there's the eye. And there's
the worst fucking scene in Polar Express.
I wish we'd actually just set off the baby's hand.
I was gonna say I have dark vision and it's not on my token, but you know what? You can keep it.
And that's where we'll end for the evening, as you guys find yourselves
spooky room
in Endelin's bedroom ?
Okay, I'll make a note for that.
I hate it.
And the last thing that we end on here is kiwi, nutmeg, felt up. All 3 of you feel the pull and that longing for the thing you've lost emanating from the wardrobe with the eye on it.
Of course.
She can have it.
Frankly,
I don't even remember what it was anyways, so she can have it.
It's hers. All right, and we'll pick up there next time as you've now rescued the Sun Twin Glister, and have modified some fun stuff in the door. Learned a little bit more about what's going on in this in the castle, and yeah, we'll pick back up on it next week.
Nice. Cool. Did you say that the eye was green?
Well, it's a jade eye.
Jade. Oh, that's what I got the green for. Okay.
Yeah.
Say jade eye.
So yes, it is.
Got it.
It's like that Pandaren in the Jade Forest.
Actually, and then specifically, let me see. Hold up. Yeah, it's currently the jade eye is currently.
Oh thank God.
Like in the artwork, yeah.
Yep, makes sense.
I do love the notes from that one.
Currently.
Right on.
Hey, cool.
It was fun. I can't believe we played Door Dentist and it worked.
Yeah.
D&D is fucking great.
Also, I don't know if there's also the weird like whatchamacallit thing that eating itself. The numbers thing. The door's dimensions.
Oh, 3 and 8, 3 and 8. Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, glad I get to look at this Discord too.
Now I'm glad I actually pointed it out because I do not because it was very clear that it was actually meant. I didn't think about that.
More hourglasses in here. All right. Into the stream. Good shit, everybody.
Yeah.
Excellent.